Are you tired of looking like you dipped your face in oil by the end of the day? Are you tired of your makeup never lasting and looking so greasy? I've been there. I've been there, done that. As an oily girly, I know the struggles that come with having oily skin and trying to do makeup. Hello my loves, my name is Jasmine and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be all things oily skin makeup tips. In today's video, I'm going to give you all of my tips and tricks for oily skin to get your makeup to last all day without looking like a grease ball by the end of the day. I have oily skin and it's definitely a learning curve, but I have mastered how to do my makeup without it sliding off by the end of the day. And don't get me wrong, I know I look pretty matte right now. By the end of the day, we are going to have a little bit of a glow, but it's not going to look crazy and super greasy and unflattering. So if you would like to know all my oily skin makeup tips and secrets, keep on watching. Okay, so first things first is skin prep. I have already prepped my skin before this video because I do like to allow my skin prep to sit for 15 to 20 minutes, honestly as long as possible before I apply any makeup. So I'm going to show you 3 key products that I think are super important for oily skin prep. First is a hypochlorous acid spray. Hypochlorous acid is really good for oily skin because it helps to kill any bacteria on the skin. You can use this while doing your skincare routine in the morning, at night, before makeup, but you can also spray this at any point throughout the day. This will kill any of the bacteria on your skin, and it will also help to prevent and treat your breakouts. This is my favorite toner spray. I have purchased this I don't even know how many times. I've gone through I don't know how many bottles of this, like probably like 5, 6, 7 at this point. Once I started using this, I did not stop. It is also sensitive skin friendly, so if you have sensitive skin, don't worry, this will still work with your skin in mind. So if I had to recommend one facial spray, it would be this one. And always use this at the beginning of your skincare routine when you're going to apply other products. You do not want to apply this over other products because it'll defeat the purpose. This is to kill the bacteria on your skin. So if you're putting your toners and your serums on, what bacteria is it killing, right? I also like to use this after I wash my face because though I do double cleanse, you can never over cleanse your face. Well, you can, you absolutely can, but you know what I'm trying to say. There could still be bacteria on your face and this is just an extra step. Next is a good oil controlling toner. You want one that is still going to hydrate your skin while keeping your oils at bay. I recently started using this Thayers oil balancing jelly toner and I really enjoy this. I love that this is a product that you can get at the drugstore, so it's very accessible. It also comes in this huge bottle and a little bit goes a long way, so this toner is going to last you a very long time. And it is literally clinically tested to absorb oil all day. I love using this before my makeup so that my oils are not seeping through my makeup. It has a thick jelly-like texture. I wish I could show you, but I have already applied it to my skin. But it has a very nice jelly texture that is hydrating to the skin, but it's still lightweight, and it actually dries down pretty matte. Don't worry, it's not going to dry out your skin at all, but like I said, it is going to keep your oils controlled. And last but not least is a niacinamide serum. I know niacinamide does not work for everyone, but I know it is a very popular ingredient for oily skin, so I highly recommend trying it out. This one is from Anua, which is a Korean skincare brand. Korean skincare is top tier, and this is probably my favorite Anua product. As you can see, I am almost done with it. This is my first bottle of it, and I've been using it for quite some time now. I've been using it for the past few months, and I've really been enjoying this. I really see a difference in my skin. Though I'm still oily, I'm not nearly as oily as I used to be. I used to be like a grease ball. I used to look like I dipped my face in oil at the end of the day, but niacinamide again is going to help control your oils. So these are 3 skin prep products that I think are really important to have in your skin prep and your morning skincare routine as an oily girly. Next, I'm going to get into my favorite priming duo for oily skin. I love these DANESSA MYRICKS products. She really made these with oily skin in mind. First is the water powder serum. This is a serum-like formula, obviously by the name. As you can tell, I've gone through quite a bit. I've gone through, I think, 1 entire bottle of this, and this is my second, and I'm halfway through it, over halfway at this point, and a little bit really does go a long way with this one. I think I've been using this primer for like over a year now. Second is the blurring balm powder. This is going to control excess sebum and oils on the skin. Using these together, you're going to be locked in all day. At first, I was using the blurring balm powder first, and then the water powder serum on top, but I was actually told by some of my supporters that I should be using it the other way way around. And though I don't think it is wrong to do it first, they were right. The water powder serum first, I think, is really, really good. So I like to apply it pretty much all over the skin, but I like to focus it on the areas that I get the most oily. So for me, that is the center of my face and also my T-zone, which is my forehead and my nose. So I'm just going to rub this into the skin. And once that is completely blended in and dried down, then I'm going to go in with the blurring balm powder. This is the universal one. I do get questions on why I use the universal one instead of one that has a shade. For example, this is my blurring balm powder in the shade 9.5, which is my skin tone shade. This is meant to be a complexion product. Though it technically has the same formula as the universal shade, this is specifically meant to be a primer, and this is a complexion product. It does have that sebum and oil control in it as well, and I'm actually not sure if you can use both. I'm sure you can, but since this is specifically meant to be used as a primer, when I'm priming my skin, this is what I'll use. I was going in with the little scoop at first, but now honestly I just go in with my finger and I warm it up in my hands, and then I apply it right on top of where we applied the water powder serum. I believe doing it this way gives my skin more of that mattified finish rather than applying them in the other order. And you want to blend this in until you don't feel the balm texture. This is a balm to powder formula, so it should dry down and feel almost like a powder on your fingers. It should not feel balmy anymore, and that's how you know it is blended in completely. Okay, I've allowed my primer to settle into my skin for about 5 minutes now, and now I can go ahead and apply my makeup as normal. I am not going to do a full-fledged tutorial as this video is specifically focused on oily skin makeup tips, but I have plenty of makeup tutorials on my YouTube channel if you want to check any of those out. I will come back to you when I do have an oily skin makeup tip though. Okay, I'm at the concealer stage of my makeup, and an oily skin makeup tip that I probably have mentioned so many times on my channel before is to apply setting spray in between layers of makeup. Lately, I have really been liking the MILANI Make It Last setting spray. I'm almost through this bottle. I'm about 2/3 of the way through, and I've really been enjoying it. I compare this setting spray to the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray all the time. They're very similar, but this one is a fraction of the price. I like to apply this around the concealer stage of my makeup. I like to apply it before blending it out. I know some people like to apply after blending it out. I think either one is fine. I like to apply a generous amount of setting spray, and then I'm going to let it completely dry down and blend out my concealer. Next oily skin makeup tip, use your powder, girl. Use your powders, please. I have a video on my channel dedicated to my powder routine, so if you want an in-depth tutorial of how to set your face with powder, definitely check that out. Today I'm going to be doing more of a condensed version, but I always use a pressed powder and a loose powder. I have 2 pressed powders because I use one shade under my eyes and in the highlighted areas of my face, like where I added concealer, and my other pressed powder shade for the rest of my face. The reason we don't use the same shade for under our eye and the rest of our face is to prevent flashback. Obviously, we are not going to use our skin tone shade under our eye because this will darken the under eye, which is not ideal. And we are not going to use a bright shade of pressed powder on the entire face because this will make the entire complexion lighter, which we do not want. For my under eye, I'm using the Maybelline pressed powder in the shade 310. Y'all know, if you're familiar with my videos, that I absolutely adore the Maybelline Fit Me powder. It is so good and it's so affordable as well. I always start out by blending out any creases that might have formed under my eyes because we don't want to set any creases into place. And then I'm going to press the powder into my skin. Same thing on the other side. I am just pressing this into the skin, and I'm using a powder puff to do this. You can also use a brush. Today I'm using a powder puff. And like I said, I'm going to set every other area of my face that I applied concealer. I know some people only like to use their loose setting powder to do this, but baby, if you have oily skin and you want it to last, you need to use both a pressed and a loose powder. Next, I'm going into my skin tone shade. This is the One Size Turn Up the Base Powder Foundation in the shade Deep 2G. And I'm using this to set pretty much every other area of my face that I didn't add the first powder. I am also going over my blush and bronzer very lightly because we don't want to lose too much pigment there. We are going to lose some, but we are going to reinforce it with our powder, blushes, and bronzers. But you want to make sure every single area of your face is completely set with powder. None of your face should be wet with any concealer or foundation. Next, you're going to apply your loose setting powder. This is the One Size Ultimate Setting Powder in the shade Rich Peach. You're going to apply this to your powder puff and smooth it out in the back of your hand so that it's smooth on the powder puff. You're going to apply to a powder puff and smooth it out in the palm of your hand so that it is in one layer and smooth on your powder puff. I like to start by reverse contouring my nose, and then I'm going to bake underneath my eyes as close to my waterline as possible where I have all my eye creases. Again, this is going to ensure, as an oily girl, that your makeup lasts all day and it doesn't crease. You're also going to apply in any of the other areas that you might get oily. For me, that's my upper lip, my chin, the bridge of my nose, my forehead. You want to apply it to all of these areas. After allowing the powder to sit for a few minutes, personally, I don't time it. I just apply my powder bronzer to my skin, and after I'm done, for me, that's enough time to allow the powder to sit. I'm going to take the same powder puff I used to apply and press the powder into my skin as much as I possibly can. There is likely going to be some excess powder here, and that is perfectly fine. With the excess powder, all we're going to do is take a tapered powder brush and we are going to blend it into the skin until it is all blended away. And now you might be thinking, Jasmine, you look a little ghostly, you look a little ghastly. Yes, now it is time to apply another layer of setting spray. I'm going to use the same one, the MILANI Make It Last, and I'm going to apply that generously to the skin. This is going to help the powders melt into the rest of the makeup, which is going to help it last longer, and it's also going to give a more skin-like effect. And we are going to let this dry down completely before we apply any other products to the skin. Okay, makeup is all done, and last but not least is your setting spray. I always preach this, but you want to use a setting spray and a fixing spray. A setting spray, once again, is going to melt all of your makeup products together so that it creates a more skin-like finish, and it's also going to allow all the formulas to work together for long-lasting makeup and kind of melt into one another, if that makes sense. And your fixing spray is going to fix everything into place. I love this L'Oreal 3-Second Setting Mist. It is affordable. Both of these products are actually affordable, and I wanted to show you guys these because I know it can be hard out here trying to find products on a budget that work for you, and these two really work. This combo is so good. My makeup is all done. This is how it looks. I'm really happy with how it came out today. It's just my normal base routine, and those are all of the tips for oily skin for making your makeup last all day. I really hope this video was helpful for you and that you learned something new. If you learned a new oily skin makeup tip, leave it in the comments below. Also, if you have any tips of your own, leave them down below for me and for the other viewers to see. Please make sure you give this video a like and leave a comment down below. Please make sure you also subscribe to my channel and turn on the post notification bell so you don't miss another video from me. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!